to Kindred Nerds. It's been quite a busy season for shows and movies, so today we're going to discuss what we've been watching lately and dive into what's coming up and what we're looking forward to. So, Kat, are you ready to go have a warm beverage?
Absolutely. Welcome to Cantina Corner. This is the bit where we just sit down, grab a drink, and talk through what's new in the galaxy, like two nerds on a first date who skipped the small talk and went straight to, okay, but how do we feel about the new Maul series?
Basically.
So there's plenty to get into today. Maul is back. The Mandalorian and Grogu finally hit the big screen, and it's a great week to have opinions. Claire. Fresh. Super fresh. Claire, you went to go see Mando and Grogu last night. Initial thoughts?
I did. I loved it. I thought it was really great. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But I loved it. I mean, I'm very easy to please when it comes to new stuff for Star Wars. I didn't know much going into it. Like, I think I'd only watched the trailers a couple times. Like, it wasn't like I was soaking it all up when they gave it to us. But I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a nice adventure. Yeah. Like, totally want to watch it again.
I've been seeing that a lot of people are excited that it's been 7 years since there's been a Star Wars movie in the theaters. So we've got that extra ounce of excitement coming through, especially for families, including their young ones, and bringing them into the Star Wars universe in a theater setting.
Yeah, there were definitely a few kids there, so it was nice to see.
Yay! Amazing. So I have a little write-up for Maul. So my favorite show thus far to debrief has to be Maul, Shadow Lord. Easy peasy. He's been cut in half, left for dead, and brought back more times than we can count. And somehow, Maul is still the most dangerous thing in the galaxy. Filoni's animated series dropped this spring with Sam Witwer back behind the mic, dragging us to a planet the Empire hasn't touched yet. That's where Maul is busy rebuilding his criminal empire and hunting for one very reluctant new apprentice. The question all season is who's really being trained and who's being played. What were your thoughts on Maul?
Amazing. It was so good. The story was new. It was great. There were new characters, which I always enjoy, that were brought in such an organic way. I think my favorite part about the series, the season, was their ability to invoke emotion within a person. So without spoiling it, the way that that episode 1 ended, like, I actually felt fear in the pit of my stomach. I was like actually terrified at the way that final scene had played out. The music, the animation, just what happened in the scene. I went to work to talk to people about it, and I was like, I literally was scared. And, you know, you watch things and you do definitely have that nervousness, excitement, anxiety when something you don't know that's going to happen. How is it going to play out? But, like, to actually feel scared, like, it hasn't been an emotion that I've really felt in a long time pertaining to a TV show. So I'd say that was probably my ultimate favorite part about the show for season 1. What about you, Kat?
Once again, trying not to spoil it for anybody, but the finale was just incredible. It's two major characters in the Star Wars franchise met each other for the first time in this finale. So you got to see the raw first impressions they had of each other. You got to see they're both very powerful individuals. You got to see how they felt the force between them. You got to see how they kind of handled the situation. I love Maul's instincts. He's a different kind of Sith Lord to me. He's very wise and he's very introspective. So seeing how he reacted to this other character was just very captivating. Edge on the seat, just couldn't get enough of it. But can't really say too much yet because it's still fairly new and we don't want to spoil it for anybody. So that's all you get. It was so fantastic, though. The animation was wild. Every single scene felt like a poster to me. It was so beautifully done. I love Devin. She is... Anytime there's a female character introduced, I'm all for it. But I don't know. She's got this balance to her, if you will. She's very Ahsoka coded, where she questions things for the right reasons. And she doesn't just fall in line. So she's a strong character that I really am excited to see grow and see what happens with her. So it was just overall so good. And I'm so excited because we recently saw each other and we got to see it all together.
Yeah, and that was a great way for us to spend a weekend together.
The best.
To binge it.
It was so good. But there have been some other shows as well. What other shows?
Absolutely.
What's the next one that comes to mind for you?
Night of the Seven Kingdoms, going back to Westeros.
Yes.
That was another one. It snuck up on me. Like, I had heard, like new Game of Thrones show, Night of Seven Kingdoms, based off of the novella that Martin has written. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms was another show that I was really into. I did my best to not watch I think I watched the trailer once, so I knew I was getting into a more lighthearted Game of Thrones show. I had managed to avoid any big spoilers. I didn't know what the story was going into it, so that was kind of nice to have some surprises thrown in there along the way.
Yes.
As much as it is a more lighthearted Game of Thrones show, it is still Game of Thrones. So you're still going to kind of get hit with some surprises that you're not expecting. What did you watched it, so what did you think of it?
Same sentiment. I felt really cozy and comfy in Westeros this time. It was an overall more optimistic vibe. Once again, still Game of Thrones, and they still throw surprises at you. But I loved the dynamic between the actors. I loved Dexter, who plays Egg, was fantastic, representing the innocence and representing the hope, I guess, and the optimism that they wanted to portray in the world. He seemed more introspective. He seemed way more calm than some of those relatives. I feel like we can kind of spoil this one a little bit because it's been on for so long. I think everybody kind of knows it. But no, I was enthralled. I waited to watch. It was 6 episodes. I waited to watch all 6 together back to back, and it was super captivating. I loved it.
And it was really hard to not, because I watched it as it was coming out, so it was so hard to not send you things out of my excitement. But that's okay, because then once you have watched it, I just flooded you with reels and memes. But yeah, and I think I read that with this show, because it's a smaller set, they're able to film a season a year. So we're gonna get more Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm pretty sure Dexter's already shaved his head for filming again. So it's something to look forward to.
I love that.
And like what you said about how like the actors getting along together, Dex and Peter's friendship is just model worthy. So it's fun to also see their relationship is able to translate outside of Westeros, which I think is really cool and really important.
You really feel that chemistry. You really feel that big brother, little brother dynamic, and it transfers on screen. You know it's happening behind the scenes. You feel it. It's super wholesome, very strong. Love watching it.
I can't wait for more. It's going to be great.
It'll be fantastic.
And then I was also reading that George R. R. Martin has more stories for Egg and Dunk that haven't been published. So I think there's going to be more content for the show than he's already released, which I think is going to be great.
That doesn't mean anything, because George R. R. Martin just takes his damn long-ass time to publish anything. So...
I know. It's a hard debate with the last book. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine writing a story that has so many different ends you have to try and tie up, and I can only hope that we do get some sort of final novel. I haven't read Game of Thrones. I have them all. Like, I have the ones that are out, obviously. I haven't read them yet. I mean, frankly, if I were George, I'd be worried that people are going to be angry when he finally does release the book, because he can't please everybody, as we know, being
it's been so freaking long. I actually read all the books. I'm not even a big reader, but I read all the books. Are you trying to tell me once he finally releases it, after saying it like 3 or 4 times, I'm going to be mentally in that world? I'm somebody who needs to rewatch shows before a new season comes out. Now, I can't reread those 7 books. Like, that'll take me forever.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, just because my year is already taken up for reading, because I'm preparing for the new A Court of Thorns and Roses book. So I'm like in the midst of reading all of the Sarah J. Maas stuff. But it's like you said, like, I'm going to be rereading the first 5 books in order to prepare myself. So I absolutely get what you're saying there about wanting to catch yourself up before diving into the new content. So it will be very tricky for those Games of Thrones readers.
But regardless, Night of the Seven Kingdoms was wonderful. Loved watching it. Will love watching it. I'm very excited about the next one. I'm sure I'll love watching that too. It was great.
Yeah, I agree. Amazing. Something to look forward to, right?
Exactly. So we have some future installments coming from the realms. Do you want to hop over to our future quest segment to talk about those?
Yeah, I would love to dive into our future adventures. All right, Kat, I'm looking forward to talking about what's up and coming. We've heard a lot of stories that are going to be in the galaxy and Middle Earth. The Hunt for Gollum is in the works. The Rings of Power and House of Dragon will be out this year. And some mentions of stories in the works or actively filming. What are you looking forward to the most this year?
this year, there's multiple years we're talking here. Hunt for Gollum. So excited about that news release. So excited to hear about what they have in store. We have Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen back to reprise their roles. We've got some new actors stepping in. We have Andy Serkis obviously leading the show. Peter Jackson, Philip Boyens, Weta. Everybody's coming back for this, and I just cannot be more ecstatic. Don't get me wrong. I loved Rings of Power. I loved being in Middle-earth. I would be in Middle-earth every day if I could. But there's something about this team that just, like, look at what they've created with the original trilogy. It's timeless. It's watched it dozens of times, and it's still amazing every single time. And now they're going back for Gollum's story, and I'm so excited for it.
Me too. I'd actually be eager to play Shadows of Mordor, the game. I played a little bit of it, but I know that there's like an entire side quest when you're like following Gollum around. Yeah. So I don't know exactly where it is in the timeline, but like I'd be so curious to maybe play the game before the movie just to see if things are lining up at all or if it's a totally different timeline. And also, while you're on the topic of Middle-earth, there's also a video game in the works, an open world role-playing game.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that.
So I don't think we really know a lot right now. I think we just know that it's going to be open world. There's going to be parts of the map that we've never...
Sold. Done. Take my money.
Right? Take my money, take my time. So yeah, and like you said, like Rings of Power is coming out later this year, so just give me all the Middle-earth.
All of it.
I'm very easy to please, so
yeah. And I did love Reigns of Power. I will say that I'm one of the defenders. I know some people are not quite sold on it, especially with the original trilogy. There's only so much you could do when bringing these stories to life, and I will take the stories in every which way they will bring them to life. So I am pro Rings of Power.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Markella and Megan on screen again. So
yeah.
Like the Hobbit story is great, the Harfoots and all that. So yeah, I'm excited. And it's gonna be good.
I do love who they casted for young Galadriel, Morfydd Clark. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but I love her. I see Galadriel in her, and I feel her kind of embodying that strength but elegance the same way Cate Blanchett did.
Yeah.
So I love it. I really love it. And I love my strong females in these universes. Give me more.
Yeah. It's great to have positive female role models represented within our fandoms and within different art mediums. You know, I'm so into books right now, and I'm like, I just want to be like a badass warrior like these characters in my novels. So it's very refreshing and encouraging to have people you want to be like. When I grow up, I want to be like Galadriel. But who cares that she's not a real person? She's real in my heart, and that's all that matters. It's the kind of person I'm just like, what's complaining gonna do to change it? I'd like to see you do better. Like,
the only thing that complaining is going to do is change your own perspective, and it's only going to ruin it for you. It's just faulting your universe, not anybody else's, and not the people who created this show. That's not going to do anything. Complaining is just ruining it for you even more. So,
yeah, like, it's okay to be upset. It's not okay to be mean. And that's a lesson that I teach the younger beings that I educate on a day-to-day basis. So I feel like more people, more grown-ups need to know that. Like, the emotion is fine, but, like, is it really worth the hostility, the rudeness? Like, people don't deserve that. The internet can be a wonderful place, and it can also be, like, a toxic pool of sludge. So you just gotta find the right spaces on the internet. And
it's true.
It's easy to walk away too, which is nice. And I think people have a hard time remembering that. It's so easy to get sucked in, as we know what's going on with social media. But it's hard to find a good community for the fandoms that you love sometimes. So I guess that's kind of why we're
paint.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to make a space for you to have your own opinions and have fun. So, yeah.
We're trying to create our world. Our happy, pleasant world. We don't need to acknowledge all the hateful, annoying things. We know they exist. We know they're out there, but the more you entertain them, the more they're stuck in your brain, and then it's just a burden for you. So, see and look away.
Basically.
We're digressing. What are you excited for in upcoming Realm stories?
It's very minimally talked about right now, but I am stoked for season 2 of Ahsoka. You know, I'm a huge Grand Admiral Thrawn fan, so just give me more Thrawn content and I'm happy. I'm thrilled that they casted the same voice actor to play live action. So I think I would have been upset if they didn't do that, because
I get that.
What really drew me to Thrawn in Rebels was the powerful use of voice acting to show the elegance and the knowledge that Thrawn has. I'm just enthralled. So I'm just like, give me more Thrawn. I'm happy. That's what I'm most excited for. And obviously I love Ahsoka as a Jedi, and I think Rosario Dawson is doing a fabulous job. She was for a bit. But like I think Dave Filoni's doing everything right, in my opinion. He's doing it for the fans, and that's what I love, is that he's been working on Star Wars for so long, so closely with George Lucas. He knows what he's doing. He knows what the people want. And he's like, okay, fine, I give you more Chopper. Sure. So for me, that's the most exciting show. And Ahsoka is one of those positive female role models of mine. So that's my answer for that one.
Oh, I'm so excited for it too. It was such a good show. I loved the surprises that they had in season 1. Season 2 has been taking some time to create, so I'm hopeful that it's because they're doing things very diligently and because they want to portray it in the best way that they can. But I agree with you, the voice acting. Like, I'm so excited for you on that regard for Thrawn, because it was ruined for me for Kenobi. Like, Grand Inquisitor, Jason Isaacs voiced it, and he would have been the best Grand Inquisitor. The best. Absolutely. But they changed it for I don't know who, but I'm sorry, it killed the show for me. Kenobi is one of my favorite in all of the Star Wars Jedis. I was so excited for that. And I couldn't get over who the F is this big potato Grand Inquisitor, because it is not the one that I grew up to love.
Yeah.
So yay for Thrawn.
Yay for Thrawn. Yes. Lord Mickelson. So good. There's no better person to portray Thrawn than the one who has portrayed Thrawn. And
I'm sorry, Jason Isaacs.
I know. It would have been great. I mean, for all we know, though, he said no. but I don't know why he would say no. But for all we know. But I agree. Jason Isaacs would have been a better Grand Inquisitor because he is the Grand Inquisitor.
The Grand Inquisitor. Forever. I'll try to rewatch Kenobi one day and block out all the other Grand Inquisitor shots. If somebody wants to make me the series with him cut out, that would be fantastic. Maybe I'll like it better.
There you go. There you
go. Starfighter, the last one we haven't talked about.
I mean, I don't
know much
really
about it yet.
I don't either, so I'm just gonna take that for what it is and be excited for another Star Wars movie.
I will say I did watch Ryan Gosling in that new movie, Project Hail Mary. It was very good.
Right.
And it's kind of the same vibes, I think. So he did really good in space in that movie.
Yeah.
And he's always he's a very well-rounded actor. So, and I think Harrison Ford gave his nod of approval for Ryan Gosling for joining. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's high praise.
Yeah. Yeah, if Han Solo says go for it, then I'm going to trust that. It's still under wraps. We don't know a lot, but I'm still excited for it. It's a future quest I'm excited to embark on. Let's put it that way.
Oh, yes.
Any other rumors you've heard about? I don't think so. I think that's probably it that we know for now. At least in the in the realms we watch the most.
One thing we haven't mentioned yet is that Stephen Colbert will be producing a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yes.
Or writing. Not necessarily producing, but writing it with
Peter Jackson.
Yes. And we all know, all our Lord of the Rings nerds know that Stephen Colbert takes things very seriously. And I applaud his addition to the team. I'm so excited for him. He had a great late night show. He's on a new project now, and he's probably so stoked for this. Probably jumped up and down like a little boy when he found out it was a go. I'm very, very happy for him. Mm-hmm. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And I know you've said before there's probably no better person to bring these... They're PJ, but like Stephen Colbert is a good person to bring these stories to life because he knows Lord of the Rings so well and he knows Middle Earth so well.
He does.
And I'm sure he's been like brewing this in his head for so long that he knows what he wants to do with it. It's just actually getting it on paper. So that is, another one that's greatly to look forward to. And again, like that's a team that I think will do it right, just like you said for Gollum.
Yeah. Okay, so it's probably not going to come out for at least 2-3 years. We at Kindred Nerds are just starting out here. Mm-hmm. Let's find our way to the red carpet so we can interview Kindred Nerds, Lord of the Rings. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's make a smart goal
Dream
for
big.
that.
Dream big.
Dream big, absolutely. Hashtag goals. Wow.
On that note, do you want to roll for random?
I do want to roll for random. Let's go. Are you ready, Kat?
Let's roll.
Okay. 4.
Claire, which race in Middle Earth would you want to join in real life?
Which race in Middle Earth would I like to join in real life? The hobbit life be the life for me.
Yeah. Not even a question for you.
No, I mean, it is a toss-up between that and like an elf, but I think 10 years ago I would have said elf. Now in this season of life, definitely a hobbit. I'd be perfectly content to be in the Shire.
Yeah, I'd go with elf. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just the elegance, the beautiful complexity that doesn't feel complex, the innovation, and the work ethic. Yeah, I want to be an elf.
See, like the only reason I think that I would not want to be a dwarf is just the underground piece.
True.
Everything
but in Rings
else,
of Power, the mines were beautiful. They had the like sunlight going through the cracks.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just like, as a human on planet Earth, like, I want to be outside as often as I can. And that's a silly statement because I don't go outside as much as I can when I'm home. But, you know, we're happier when we're outside. So that's the only reason why I think I wouldn't be a dwarf. But then again, if I was a dwarf, biologically I'd be fine. So then maybe I would be okay with being underground all the time. I don't know.
You know what?
I'm a hobbit, but I'd be anything.
When I think about dwarves, I think of like metal music and aggression, and like for whatever reason I'm just drawn towards the more tranquil spa-like music I feel or see in an elven society. So I think I'm more drawn towards that right now. But once again, there's different days where I do feel like, no, I'd be a hobbit. Or, you know, breaking it up and kind of placing myself in the mines. That would be dope. I could drink beer with them all day. Fuck yeah. I could do that.
There you go. Again, every race has its own specialities and uniqueness that I would feel on any random day.
Exactly. We went with our gut instincts. It spoke loads, but there's lots to appreciate in all societies in Middle-earth.
Exactly. All right. Yay, roll for random.
All right, Kindred Nerds, that's it from the realms for now. Take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and stay nerdy. Before we go, Claire, what was your favorite moment from today?
I enjoyed breaking down with you in a spoiler-free manner Maul and Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It was just, they were both such very well done shows, and being able to break that down with you and talk about our favorite parts, I think, was what I enjoyed the most.
I love it. And I love that, I would say, looking forward to what's coming up next. We got to discuss what we have to look forward to in the next couple of years in these nerdy realms. And they're all very exciting. So the anticipation is high. The excitement is high. If you had fun hanging out with us today, here's how you can keep the nerdery going. Come find us on our socials. We are at the Kindred Nerds for all our show stuff on YouTube, Insta, and TikTok. You can follow me at Kindred Nerd Cat and show some love to Claire at Kindred Nerd Claire. We'll catch you next time.
Bye!
Yay!